Yo, hey guys, what's poppin'? Jacques Slade here, back with another unboxing, and today I have something special for you. As the title of this video probably says, I know that's super meta, but this is my favorite shoe of 2017. Now, as you can tell already, it is a Nike shoe, but this is my favorite shoe of 2017, and there's a lot of reasons behind that. But before I get into that, I just wanted to take a quick moment to tell you guys thank you. 2017 was an amazing year for me, and a lot of that has to do with you and your support. This channel right here would not be what it is if it was not for your support. Everything from the Adidas level event that I got to go to NBA All-Star that I got to go to running the New York Marathon, to going to the Philippines, to going to London, going to Hong Kong. I traveled the world basically, and a lot of that has to do directly with you guys and your support for this channel. Over the last year, the numbers on this channel have grown by almost 300,000 subscribers, and a lot of that is because of you guys. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. You guys have made 2017 the most successful year ever for me, and I cannot thank you enough for all of that. It really means a lot to me. When I first started this channel, it was always about being able to share my experiences with you guys, whether that be SneakerCon or running the New York Marathon. I wanted to be able to share all those experiences with you guys, and I've been able to do that because of you. So again, I appreciate you. One of my big goals last year was to run the New York Marathon, and when I started that goal, I really had no idea how much it would impact the sneaker community and how much all of you guys would embrace that journey and how it would inspire people. I didn't expect that. It was a personal thing for me. When I mentioned it December 16th of 2016. Brands stepped in. Nike asked to support my journey into the marathon. So basically, I became like a Nike athlete for a little bit of time last year during my marathon journey, which was an amazing experience as well. And I got to meet some really great people. I got to interview Kevin Hart. I got to stay in New York at a really nice hotel and do all of these things. And all of that was because of you guys. I got to go to Italy to see the launch of the Jordan 32. And again, they wouldn't bring me there if they didn't think that I would be able to translate that message to you guys and be able to tell you guys about that experience. So again, I just can't thank you enough for all that you do. I hope that I can continue to give you guys the sort of content that you want in 2018. I have some big plans for 2018, just like everybody else. Everyone has plans, but I just hope that those plans will come to fruition and be able to give you guys a bigger, better, and richer experience when it comes to watching content here on this channel and seeing the things that I do on Instagram and seeing the things that I do on Twitter and Snapchat and all of that stuff. So thank you guys. I know I've said thank you 1,000 times, but I really do appreciate everything that you guys do to support this channel, everything that you guys did in 2017, and I hope that I can grow this channel even more and it'll be even better for you guys in 2018. Okay, with that being said, let's take a look at my favorite shoe of the year. As you can see, this box is all beat up and torn up, but that matters not to me. The shoe in here has a personal meaning to me, and the reason I chose to show you this, guys, at the start of 2018 as opposed to the end of 2017 was because I wanted this shoe to serve as the launching block for my year of showing me what I can do and just to show you guys what you can do if you chase after your goals and you do the work. So let's get into the shoe. Let's open this up. As you see here, this shoe was given to me by Kipchoge. If you don't know who Kipchoge is, he's basically the fastest man on earth. He ran the Breaking 2 campaign with Nike. So in New York, he gave me a postcard with his signed name. This was my breakthrough photo for when I was running the marathon. But the thing that mattered most to me was this shoe right here. And I'll take these out of the box. This is the Nike Vaporfly 4%. And the reason why this is my favorite shoe of the year has a lot to do with what's actually on this shoe. So I met him at an event in New York right before I was getting ready to run the New York Marathon. And at part of that event, he spoke about the marathon, and I got to ask him some questions. But afterwards, I got to talk to him in a one-to-one setting. And some of the things that he said just really pushed me and inspired me. He asked me about my marathon, first of all. It just blew me away for this guy who's basically considered the fastest guy in the world. He took the opportunity to ask me what my goals were for the marathon, which, you know, just blew my mind. I'm like, why would you even care? Like, dude, you're breaking world records out here. Like, why is my marathon journey of any importance to you? And it goes to show the type of person that he was. People were asking him about running marathons, and something really important that stuck with me that he said was that it's not about the marathon, it's about your workouts. If you did your workouts, then you should be fine for the marathon. You shouldn't have anything to worry about when it comes to marathon day. And because I had put the work in, because I was up training and running 3, 4, 5 times a week, when I actually ran the marathon, it didn't matter as much because I had already done the work. So that moment, I was prepared for that moment, if that makes any sense. So I've taken that and I want to apply that to everything that I'm doing to make sure that I'm prepared for those moments. So this shoe, again, the Vaporfly 4%, and he signed the shoes for us with his name right there, Kipchoge, and then the 2 hours and 25 seconds. Very, very dope. And he did that on both shoes, which is a very big deal. But the last thing that he did that made this more than a shoe for me is when he asked me about my marathon time, he wrote hashtag break 4 hours. So my goal was to do the New York Marathon in under 4 hours, which I was able to do. I did it in 3 hours and 45 minutes and 33 seconds, because you need the seconds, obviously those count. But he put hashtag break 4 hours on the inside of the shoe. And at that point, like when I saw him do that, I was just so excited. I almost kind of got emotional about it, just because I felt like I had fought so hard to get to that point, to the New York Marathon. Like, I'm not a runner. I wasn't a runner before this thing. And so for me to be there, getting ready to make this huge bucket list thing happen, and then to have this guy that I look up to, that I see as one of the greats, for him to again take that time and just to do the hashtag break 4 hours, it just blew me away and was a big, huge moment for me. And so this pair of shoes is one pair of shoes that I'll never wear these, obviously, but these aren't my size anyway, but I'll never wear these. But it is something that I'll always remember. And like, this pair of shoes is easily my favorite shoe of 2017. One, because it's a great shoe. I think it's a dope shoe, period. But the fact that I got Kipchoge to sign them, one, that's great. And he put his time, the 2 hours and 25 seconds. But then again, he put a personal touch that meant something to me. So for him to do that just was a big moment for me, and it meant something to me, and it made the journey, and it brought all of those things together. And like the next day when I ran the marathon, to have that to think back on, and to know that I have these, that he believed in me enough to know that I would break 4 hours was a big deal. Anyway, so with that being said, guys, I just wanted to show you these because these, again, were my favorite shoe of 2017. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. With that being said, make sure you stay tuned because I have a ton of stuff coming up for you guys in 2018 that I know you're going to really, really love and really going to enjoy. I am Jacques Slade. As always, I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
Why is it spelled like it look like it says Custu?
So here's the thing. See, when you're in high school, you try to spell things cool, and you go, I'm gonna spell it different. And I spelled it Kustoo because I thought that would be a cool way to spell it in high school, and it just stuck with me for the rest of my life. And now, every time I do an interview or every time I meet somebody,
they always say it like that.
They say, "What's up, Custu?" And I'd be like,
"Custo."
Custu. So I just be like Jacques. Just call me Jacques Slade. Just go with what my mama gave me from now on, because apparently Custu is not the way to go.
Yo, man, that is a cool way to reverse everything, man. Just people heads up, man. Yeah. In every interview.
Every time. Because
never fails.
No, because we're online now. So everything's online. So nobody really knows how to say your name unless it's something obvious. And Custu, that's like my Twitter name, that's my Instagram name. So everybody sees that and they just assume in their head
what I assume.
that it's Custu. No, but I get it. That's the way it is though. It's 100%. Yeah, it's the life you live, bro.
Speaking of the life you've lived, my boy Nas told me you were a rapper, man.
Man.
Give me a one-on-one on that. Man.
I used to have bars back in the day. I but you know what? I still got them. I still got some. But
wait. Let me see if you got something.
Oh
man.
God, no. Oh.
You gotta give me something, man.
It's been a while.
All right.
Look. Yeah. All right. We gonna do this, I guess. I ain't spitting a while. I guess I should pull up my sleeves.
Pull it up.
Yo. Shade 45. Let's make it live. I'm with Who Kid. Anybody know that he did rap back in the day? So let me spit this. I get this. It's the way, it's my wish list to be a superstar, but I went a different path now. I do the math when it comes to the cast. They always looking for the kid and how does he flow? Messing up my name, but it's really Cousteau, not Custu. They'll make me bust you with a couple of bars and now they're rid of you. I'm through you, it's done and now it's over. With Who Kid brushing off my shoulders. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. Oh my God. My boys back at home gonna kill me.
I'm proud with that, man. You went from that to Nike, man.
Yeah.
Holy shizer.
It's amazing. Like I am forever grateful to the good folks over at Nike.
Yeah,
it just like, I mean, it was literally like they reached out like back in December of 2016. I just tweeted out I want to run a marathon, and I was like, I'm gonna do it next year in 2017, just on some like, you know, New Year's resolution. I'm trying to get it in early stuff, and I tweeted it out, and they reached out, and they was like, "Are you really want to do it?"
That's crazy.
And I was like,
and you did it last week.
Yeah,
How was it?
Yeah,
You got
good. Yeah. So I don't know how long you're supposed to wear this.
Okay,
but
I'm just taking it back.
Yeah, because I don't know. Like I see some people in the city still have them on, so I'm not sure if I should still keep it on, or like, is it a week? Do you get a week pass, or is it like 5 minutes? Like, am I annoying people, or like people walking down, Avenue of the Americas and like, yo, he still got on his medal? Like,
I would too, man.
Yeah,
hip hop, we wear. Look at me, I wear my chain every day,
right,
to show off I got a little form of success.
Okay, yeah. 26.2.
Wow.
26.2. We out here.
Do you think about when you're running that long though?
So here's the thing. So I forgot my headphones. First of all,
that's a nightmare.
Yeah, nightmare. So I usually run to music or podcasts, and I forgot my headphones, and so like I'm already in a panic mode because this is my first marathon. So I'm already in panic. Like, am I gonna make it? Set a goal for myself to do it under 4 hours. So I'm here, like Kevin Hart's, he's back behind me. Yo, it's a spiritual experience, man. Like your body and your mind goes through so much. I respect the tears.
Those little ass.
I respect the tears 100%. So like we're going, and I had just like I interviewed him the day before, and like he was talking about all the stuff that he goes through in his head about how he's gonna make it, and so I just kind of started focusing on that. And then Kipchoge, I don't know if you know who Kipchoge is. The guy that ran the marathon in 2 hours and 25 seconds.
Oh my God!
Right, exactly. That face you have, that's the appropriate emotion to have. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So I talked to him the day before, and he was like, "Don't focus on the marathon as long as you focused on your workouts." And so that just like my mind, and now I'm like, damn, did I really focus on my workouts?
Holy shit.
I am thankful for the training that I went through with Nike, because they really put me in position to win. Like, I get why athletes train so hard now. Like, you see these athletes, like you see Bron, and he's like, "Oh, I'm in the gym, and you be like, "All right, Bron, we get it. You work out, bro. We get it."
And you're gonna let us know about the Illuminati. You got Nike sponsoring you right now.
On.
So you officially joined now.
Oh no!
I'm kidding.
No, not the Illuminati. Not
Sneakers.
The Illuminati.
You're a sneakerhead, man.
Yes, sir.
You're like the top expert in that field. Did you wear NMDs when you were running, or what kind of sneakers you had on?
No, I wore the Nike Vapor Streak, which I do not recommend. I would say wear the Vapor Fly. The Vapor Streak is a little lower, less cushioning. See, here we go to the nerdy sneaker talk.
Go ahead.
I'd be like the hip hop guy. Be like the hip hop nerd. Now it's the sneaker nerd. The Vapor Flies, they're more comfortable, and they're better for you if you're just kind of starting out running, or maybe like the Pegasus 32.
I thought you were gonna wear the Nike Supreme collabo.
And destroy my feet. He out there dying.
What do you think about that? Because before, I guess the sports stars were like respected with sneakers. Now it's like collabos are a big thing now, and they're more rare. And I think they went more towards like charities, cancer. They're thousands of dollars.
Yeah. I recently was at the Dornbecker auction for the Nike Dornbecker collection, which is like their freestyle, what they do with the hospital, the children's hospital. And the auction, the highest one went for $52,000 at the auction. But yeah, as far as collabs go, I think it's just a movement. It's just a cultural movement. Like sports stars, when we were younger, like Jordan was the guy, and like he had basketball, Jordan, like those were the guys. But now, and back then, all those guys, they wanted to be R&B singers or they wanted to be rappers. And so now those two worlds are kind of merging. My philosophy on that is that it started with Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson started that transition because he embodied hip hop like 100%. And he brought it to the NBA with like, didn't care. Like that was who he was. And I think with him started that transition of where it was all basketball stars to kind of being like, okay, you can still be hip hop and still be respected and still help create a movement. And now I think it's really more about the singers and the actors that are really kind of helping moving the culture and moving the movement of fashion and things like that, as opposed to the athletes. It's not that the athletes aren't doing anything, but those guys have a bigger influence now, like Wayne, Kanye.
I know. I wear Yeezys all day.
Michael B. Jordan, like all those guys. Yeah, see, it's a movement. It's like a cultural movement, and they're really helping change the way people respect the game.
The thing about sometimes collabos and like you say with the rappers, singers, or whatever, and they're creating new products. They just, none of them they haven't created this timeless thing. Like they're not timeless like a pair of Jordans when they first. You can wear Jordans for like the next 20 years. I guess.
Absolutely.
So,
Jordan. I think Jordans are like the exception to everything. Though.
Okay.
Like there's like you can't think of anybody else that has the sort of impact that Jordan has. Like Jordan has become bigger than a basketball player. Jordan is a brand. Jordan is Nike. Jordan is Adidas. Jordan is Reebok. Like Jordan is in his own world when it comes to sneakers. So his stuff is always going to be timeless. Like the Jordan 1, the Jordan 3, the Jordan 11, those are always going to be timeless sneakers that nothing can compare to. This, like the Jordan 1 is comparable to like the Adidas Superstar or like the Nike Air Force 1. Like they have their own place in sneaker history.
Why does his sneakers are so hot, but why does he still wear earrings? Like I don't understand this guy. You're a billionaire, for Christ's sake.
100%.
Why does he wear big ass suits? Like you're a billionaire. Like you don't go to Paris. You don't date young women. Like what are you doing right now?
He got that Steve Harvey fashion sense, bro. They old school. That's how they get down. Like you just can't change it.
They have to be old school. If you're a billionaire and you still look like that, and it's 2000, like it's about to be 2018,
right?
And Jordan still looks the same.
Absolutely. Still wears the super baggy jeans. Hey, Mike makes so much money he don't care.
Yeah,
he
obviously.
don't care. Like he don't care. He's like I dress the way I want to. He grew up watching Grandmaster Flash or whoever, and that's how they wore their jeans. So that's how he's going to wear his jeans.
Any sneak peeks coming up in the future? Any sneakers you saw or that you kind of like examined? It was like, wow, this might be like a killer.
Well, no, I'm going to say no because
I get in big ass trouble. Be like, yo, that's like SWAT team. You talk.
Yeah, I was like,
crash through in here, like we all get locked up.
Get me in trouble. Have people knocking at my door, like
get that my white boy over here. They confiscate his camera, man.
right.
Look at Paul's nervous.
That's hilarious. So I want to ask you a question because like I've always had a fascination with DJs. Like,
okay.
How did you get started? Like, what was the moment for you?
Nah, it was like a hobby, and then where I lived, it was full of hip hop. Like I lived on Springfield 111th in Hollis, so. Russell Simmons lived like a block away from me, and he was always at the park. And before he even became whoever he is, Jam Master Jay was the DJ in the hood. Wow. Cool J lived 2 blocks down at Linden Boulevard. Yo. Tupac was always on my block going to Stretch Crib getting beats because he was with Digital Underground at that time.
Right.
So before Tupac was the gangster guy, he was on my block. And then a good guy called 50 Cent, his name was Boo Boo. He's coming on my block and beat up drug dealers that owed him money.
Wow.
And he would drive off. So then me, being a Haitian kid with a curfew, I had to stay in my grass and not come out the crib. But I would always see this every day. Right. And then one day my father was whipping the out of me. Tupac was watching me get whipped. That's the only connection I got with Tupac. I know everybody that has to do with anything with hip hop. Like from Jay-Z to whoever. Because I've been in the game like 30 years.
Right.
The only connection I got with, I never met Biggie, and then the only connection I got with Tupac, he saw me, my dad whip.
Wow.
And then he was like, damn, man, you got whipped the hell out of. And,
right.
And he had like weird clothes, like, he was like Digital Underground. He was like, he was on that Kiss Me and I'll Kiss You backstage.
Right.
When
he was a dancer.
So that's the only connection I got. But the fact that 50 Cent was beating up like drug dealers getting their money and then ride off on his bike, I would never think that 10 to 12 years later, I'll be touring with 50 for like 10, 15 years. Wow. So I was 50's DJ for 15 years. Right. But I used to see him like beat people up. And then can you imagine like I don't know what you call it, the separation, like literally I'm here, you're there. Yeah. And then I'm just looking at you beat some kid up. And then literally 10, 12 years later, me and you was in front of like 100,000 people doing festivals with Eminem and that. Wow. So that's what's so weird about like hip hop. Hip hop is definitely like something that's like exclusive, and it chooses everyone. You can't just like study for it. You can't just like, I'm gonna be the biggest DJ, I'm gonna be the biggest rapper. It's all about fate and people dying or something happening or some kind of catalyst. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Because if Biggie and Tupac were still alive, who knows where Jay-Z would be? Who knows where 50 would be? Right. The DMXs wouldn't be out. Right.
It was an interview, but like, what was that like moment like to see that? Because he went from kind of like basically unknown to one of the biggest stars in the world, and like, you were right there. Like how, like as the DJ, like how's that experience for you?
I'm just glad he showed me the world by him blowing up. Right. Eminem, somehow got our mixtape, and then he got signed, and then Dr. Dre, all that stuff came after. Right. But it happened so quick. But the fact that you're surrounded, the success was so crazy that you see like one day I'm here, then the next day I'm in Africa with Nelson Mandela, like chilling. Or performing for Gaddafi. Wow. Like that, like Prince of Monaco, like Prince Albert's like my homeboy. He does like my birthday parties. Wow. So it's like you meet like all these like leaders. It takes you further out more than the rap stage. Cause I don't know. It's kind of like crazy. Like you really could do almost anything. Now I do EDM and I do festivals and trap. Right. So I went with all that from Juvenile, Cash Money, 50 Cent, CNN, and then there's a couple of Puff Daddies in between. Right. And now I'm with Waka Flocka doing trap festivals. 30,000 people every week.
That's amazing.
So it's just, and then I don't know where else it's gonna go. That's the thing about the DJ. I could just be chilling one day, then I'm just gonna do deep house. Like I got this Russian guy coming here. He won the rap battle. Oxymoreno, whatever. He just won the world, and he's coming here. He wants to do records now. Whoa. Like it's just so much. Like it's open. Maybe that's why. And then the thing about it, LeBron, who's the ultimate homeboy, all these people you see that are so famous and out of here, they were always with us, like before they even blew up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can even show you like an example. Look, you gotta laugh when you hear this.
What's up, y'all? This is LeBron James. I want to give a shout out to my man DJ Who Kid, and I got a very special thanks to all the side-eye pops out there in the land. Wow. Y'all keep it coming. Me and DJ Who Kid about to side-eye pop with all these ladies across the country in your mouths.
No! This is like way before he became into the league. So you can imagine how much I have on here. I got so much stuff, you'd be surprised, man. Like, everybody's on my machine here. This is a 20-year-old machine. Look, everybody that's dead is on here, too.
Yo, who kid? What? You know what time it is, baby? Oh, dirty bastard, baby. Different styles, different flavors, every day, every night. Oochie coochie mama. Soda pop.
Wow.
That's just a few, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing, though.
So I'm like a walking, like, I don't know, I'm like a walking relic or some shit. Like,
man.
Human museum.
Yeah. So you history, your body hip hop history right here, man. That's amazing. Like from LeBron to ODB, like that's great. That's mind blowing. That's mind blowing to me.
Crazy, man.
No, for real.
I want a pair of Jordans for this. What the first was.
No, I'm saying, like, dude, that's amazing to me, man. Like that journey. Like for me, it's all about the journey. You know what I mean? Like even like training for this marathon, like I trained 4 months long, like getting up Saturday mornings at like 4:30 in the morning to go run, like running during the week on Thursdays, dedicated going down to Santa Monica, driving an hour each way to go work out. Like I really wanted to focus on the process of making myself better and putting myself in position to do bigger and better things, because that's what it's all about for me. Is like I feel like, kind of like you, I feel like I can do anything. Like I've gotten to a point in my life and in my career where I've built all these things up, knowing that I haven't done them by myself, but I know if I work hard, I put myself in position for people to see that, or for opportunities to happen. Like I was on NBC doing the news. Like I'm from Pacoima. Like I'm from the Valley.
That's
like
crazy.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm the kid of drug dealers. Like my stepdad was a pimp. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how do I get do work on NBC, or how do I get in a movie, or how do I do television, or how do I, get a song on the radio? Like, how does that ever happen to a kid that was in Texas, for a little while, and mom's doing drugs, lights off, we using cable, we using the lights from the neighbors next door, and my aunt got to send us money to get back to California so we can live with my grandfather. Like, how does that kid get on TV? How does that kid make a movie appearance having no acting experience, did an album that did terrible, but was able to write a song for the movie and play the rapper in a movie? Like, how does that happen to that kid? And I know it's like, for one, it's faith, working hard, and just going and really chasing your dreams. And like that is like, I try to embody that with everything that I do. So like when I hear your story and I hear, how it happened, just, it happened by circumstance, but it wasn't just circumstance. If you weren't a DJ, if you didn't put in those hours, if you didn't know what you was doing, you would have DJ'd for 2 weeks for 50, or a day for 50, and he'd be like, all right, like I get he's your family, but he don't know.
Yeah, it's more than that. It's like a lot. I work like crazy. I work, maybe because I'm Caribbean, I work nonstop, and I can't see myself sitting still. I guess that's just my mentality on how we gotta like live in this day and age with Trump and all this stupid going on. So I have to keep hustling, and I need like multiple doors open, or I'll be crying like, what's his name, Tyrese. I am not gonna be crying tomorrow, man. That
Tyrese is going.
That's
through
my
something.
homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm praying for Tyrese. I don't
I'm
know what
praying
he's
for him
going
too,
through.
man.
I don't know what he's going through, but God bless him. I don't know what he go, man. Just pray for him. Put it in God's hand. Great grace and mercy, brother. Grace and mercy. That's it, man.
You want to shout out what's popping, man? You want to shout out your next project before you get out of here?
My next big project right now is coming up. What do I have coming up? This is always the thing. I always forget what I'm doing. Actually, be back here in New York on December 16th and 17th, I think, for SneakerCon. We have a basketball game happening.
Speaking of SneakerCon, I heard rumors they're gonna unveil the Red October Yeezys.
The Red October Yeezys already released a long time ago.
No,
you mean an
red one.
Adidas version?
Yeah, like
all
these.
red? Oh, I don't see. You know something that I don't know. See, you may have that industry connect that
Looking like a ballet star.
Right out here. Look at you out here. Nah, get it. I ain't mad.
All red.
See?
Yeah.
That would be crazy. I know there's a guy named Shoe Surgeon. He did an all red version with like a leather top. He just like replaced the Prime Knit version on that one and did it with leather on top. Looks sick. It looks amazing, yo.
Well,
yeah, but they're expensive.
Wishful thinking, man. We don't want to cause no riots here. I just heard some rumors.
Yeah, I'm about to say I cannot confirm that, so I don't want to
deny.
Yeah, because they'll be hitting me up. They'll be like, "Yo, I heard you on Who Kid.
Yo, what up, man?
Yeah, you was on Who Kid talking about them Red October Yeezys. All right, look, that was Who Kid. That was Who Kid.
Stuff like that.
Text him.
Stuff like that. You just don't joke around about, man, because it's like that would be like out of here, wildfire.
Oh, it's a serious game. It's a serious game when it comes to the Yeezys.
Well,